Yeah, it's a tough week, like really every week in this league. 2 games, usually two really quality opponents, and that present different challenges. We're going to take a day to day. We'll watch some film and walk through some stuff, rest up from battle last night, and had a lot of guys play a lot of minutes, and then we'll practice at Queens tomorrow. But they've improved dramatically since the first time we played them. I think they were a little shorthanded when they were here. Didn't have Jamari Smith, who's their second leading scorer and leading rebounder. He's back playing really, really well. Obviously, Daniel Carr's an All-American and a guy that I just really have a tremendous amount of respect for as a competitor. And he's been around the league 4 years, and watching his growth and evolution. And then we know how good Queens is. They're right now top 20 in the country, and a team that's I think, even though that they've dropped their last two, obviously had opportunities to win both those games. And you look at their season. They were really trending upwards before that. I think 6 or 7 wins in a row, 2 really close losses. It doesn't affect my opinion of them at all. That's a really good basketball team, good players, well coached, and we'll have to play our best game of the season to have a chance in there on Saturday. Should be a good atmosphere, should be a good crowd, and playing a great opponent. Yeah, I would think that both teams understand the game, and both teams have. I think I can't speak for them, but we have tremendous respect for them, their program, their players, the consistency with which they've won. They've dealt us some heartbreaking losses. We've done the same to them. We've played high stakes games over the years. And so, usually a basketball game, not usually, always a basketball game boils down to who competes and executes the best over the 40 minutes. And in this game, you can take out the competitiveness part because both teams are going to really compete as hard as they can. So then it really just boils down to, who executes better, who makes some shots. Is there things that happen outside the game? You never know. There's a lot of wild cards and factors and variables that go into winning and losing. But, that'll be, we'll be certainly have to be ready and execute at a high level, but I'm not worried about our guys' competitiveness for this game, and certainly not worried about Queens. We'll get their best shot for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's always a challenge. Can you maintain your enthusiasm and your edge and your energy and approach it the same way we did when we got here in August, and the same way we did when we got into scrimmage games in late October or into conference play in late November. That is a challenge. You try to, our routine is our routine. I think we probably give our guys more time away than most teams. I mean, we don't practice obviously on Sundays. We don't practice on Thursdays. Shoot-arounds are always, untaped and light. And so really we practice 3 days a week, play twice a week, and off twice a week. So that hopefully keeps them fresh and enthused and ready to go. But it does mean when you work, you really got to get your work done because you have less time than your opponents usually in terms of the amount of time you're spending out there. So can you be efficient with your work? Can you get everything done? Can you take a day like today where we'll watch film and it's a mental day from the neck up and we'll walk through some stuff? Can you take a day like today and prepare and improve, or is today a waste? So there's no book on this or no blueprint. I mean, we've had years until last year. The previous 3 years, we were playing our best basketball in March. Back-to-back Final Fours. Got upset in the regional championship the next year, but I played deep into March. 3 years in a row, and then last year we lost our last 3. We do try to stay. Kind of cling to our process. This is the way we've done it for years. And again, we'll see if it's effective. The biggest thing is making sure that, I think the biggest thing with guys being excited to play is, are they passionate about the game? The guys who love it, they're going to be excited for every single game. The guys who are lukewarm, it's hit or miss. And the really good ones, love it. They love to compete. They love to play. They love everything about the sport, the game. And so those guys will be fine. And the other guys, you hope to keep them fresh and mentally engaged and ready to go.
Thank you.